Dak Prescott, the Dallas Cowboys quarterback stats, looked all right last night against the New York Giants. Good, not great. Dak Prescott was 16 for 25 passing at 160 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 picks, and more interestingly, 0 interceptions, 0 turnovers all around. Now, Dak Prescott had this really long touchdown to start the game, and it looked really good. On paper, it was like, ooh, what a nice throw. It looked good, but it really wasn't. If you look closely, I don't know. I think Dak Prescott is kind of like a McDonald's commercial. My dad has been a food writer in Portland for many, many years. I've gone on many adventures with my dad as a food writer. We went and had a bunch of food. I've had a lot of good food in my life, a lot of bad food in my life. And the number one takeaway I got from growing up with my dad as a food writer, going on adventures with my dad eating food, my number one takeaway is that pictures of hamburgers are often false advertising. The burger looks really, really great in the picture, and then you hold it in your hand and you go, that is not what I wanted. That's not what I expected it to look like. That's not what I expected at all. McDonald's commercials are especially guilty of this. McDonald's commercials, you know what I'm talking about. You see a Big Mac, oh man, it looks fantastic. You just want to eat it. Then you hold it in your hand and you go, this really is not what I was advertised. Dak Prescott is the exact same thing. Dak Prescott looks the part. He looks so good. And I've liked Dak Prescott to this point. He's big. He's a grown-up. He's got broad shoulders. He always looks the part. Dak Prescott always says the right thing at the right time. He's an adult. He's got maturity. I like it. Dak Prescott looks the part. But again, like those hamburger commercials, if you dive deep, if you hold it in your hands, if you look closely, you'll realize that Dak Prescott is not what's being advertised. So I want to talk about 2 plays Dak Prescott made yesterday that are kind of a sign, the Cowboys are really sheltering Dak Prescott. They are really hiding a lot of his flaws and a lot of his weaknesses. So let's start with that long touchdown. Dak Prescott early in the game, I think it was like his second play of the game, threw a long touchdown pass to Tavon Austin down the left sideline. It looked beautiful. It was play action. He threw a really pretty pass right in his hands, right in stride, touchdown. But here's what actually happened on that play. The Giants rolled down a safety in coverage, which means they had 8 people in the box, 8 people ready to play the run. Both wide receivers on the outside had man-to-man coverage with a safety over the top helping out if one of their receivers went deep. The safety's responsibility on this play was to help a defender if a guy went vertical. So guess what happens? Man-to-man coverage, Tavon Austin beats the corner. He actually beat Janoris Jenkins, got beat really, really badly on the play. And number 35, the Giants safety, Curtis Riley, completely fails to get over the top and help Janoris Jenkins. It looked like a really great throw from Dak Prescott, but if you look closely, you'll realize it was simply horrible defense. Bad defense. Janoris Jenkins got beat. Curtis Riley didn't help over the top like he was supposed to. We shouldn't praise Dak for this throw. Congratulations, man, you did your job. But for doing what's expected of you, we should not celebrate. It was a busted coverage. The guy was wide open. Dak Prescott simply delivered the ball. I mean, nothing impressive to me. It wasn't like an amazing read. It wasn't an amazing throw. He executed what he was supposed to. Now, later in the game, there was a more concerning play. So that was false advertising. It looked like Dak Prescott dominated on that deep throw. Really, it was just bad defense. But how about later in the game? The ball's on the 20-yard line. The Cowboys are in scoring position in the red zone. And the Cowboys called a play where there was only one option for Dak Prescott to throw to. So 3 receivers lined up, 1 on the left, 2 on the right. The guy on the left doesn't even go out for a pass. He turns and stops and looks at Dak Prescott. He's not an option to throw to. And the outside receiver on the bottom, on the right side, bottom of the screen, right side if you're Dak Prescott, makes a beeline inside to set a pick for Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley goes underneath and goes vertical. Right away from the beginning, this play was not going to work. The Giants played it really well. They double-teamed Cole Beasley. And there are 2 really big problems with this play. First of all is you can tell right away this play is not going to work. There's a safety basically over the top of the number 2 receiver, over the top of Cole Beasley, plus another defender, plus a corner. It's 3-on-2. There's no way this play is going to be successful. They play zone coverage, and guess what happens? Cole Beasley gets double teamed as he runs to the end zone. And despite all this, what makes it even worse, before the play happened, Dak Prescott should recognize the coverage. Don't run that play. Check to something else. This is not going to work at all. You're setting yourself up for failure. So already Dak Prescott should not have run the play, but even worse, he compounded the mistake by trying to throw the ball into double coverage. Dak Prescott got lucky. Nothing bad happened, simple incomplete pass. They scored later on the drive. But in reality, it was a very concerning play because it showed Dak Prescott's inability to A, pre-snap read a defense, and B, make a good decision to throw the ball. It's so weird to me, this play. I don't understand why you are calling a play for an NFL quarterback where there's only one option for Dak Prescott to throw to. Is it either it's the Giants don't trust Dak Prescott, or they're saying, okay, we're going to call this play. You can't change it. Like, that's my question, is why wasn't the play changed before running it? Why pre-snap did Dak Prescott not go, we have a bad matchup. This isn't going to work. How about we change the play? Is it because the Giants didn't trust him to change the play? Is it because Dak Prescott didn't recognize the coverage, which is even more scary? Either option's not good. And what you see is Dak Prescott is not good enough. Dak Prescott's stat line looked great, right? He was 16 for 25, 0 turnovers, 1 touchdown, had a 64% completion percentage. Everything on paper looks really good from Dak Prescott. But when you look closely at his performance against the New York Giants yesterday, you'll realize, Dak Prescott's basically Andy Dalton. He needs a great running game. He needs a lot of help from everybody around. I mean, he's not even a good Andy Dalton. He's like a poor man's Andy Dalton. Dak Prescott needs a lot of help from everybody around him in order to be successful. And Dak Prescott was helped by a Giants defensive game plan, which made no sense to me. It was baffling. The Giants had no pass rush. They often only rushed 4 people. They only didn't put very many guys in the box. All week leading up to this game, my expectation was the Giants were going to try to stop the run and force Dak Prescott to beat them in man coverage or in cover 1 with 1 high safety over the top. It's like they gave up 1 bad play with bad coverage and the Giants completely abandoned their game plan. And throughout the game, the Giants only rushed 4 guys. They were not giving pressure on Dak Prescott. It's like they were afraid of his arm, which makes no sense because Dak Prescott's never shown the ability to win without a running game. A lot of Dak Prescott's success against the Giants was because the Giants were poorly coached on defense. They had a bad game plan that didn't make any sense, and they didn't execute very well at all. Look, Dak Prescott was fine. He read the defense really well. He hung in the pocket really well. He did a good job against zone defense. But the truth is, Dak Prescott, he's not as good as he looked. And the Giants mask a lot of Dak Prescott's limitations. The Cowboys mask a lot of Dak Prescott's limitations, but with simple play calling and running the ball really well, a lot of play action. It looks good on paper. Dak Prescott looks like, he's fine. Reality is he needs a lot of help. And he's kind of like that McDonald's commercial. It looks really good if you just look at the picture or you just look at the ad. But the minute you inspect it closely, you realize, that's false advertising. And that is Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott may look good. His stat line might be awesome. If you look closely, you'll realize, Dak Prescott actually isn't very good. He's getting help from his team, and they're masking a lot of his limitations. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Zach Schaumler. This is my show, Strong Opinion Sports. It's my pride and joy. I'm very proud of it. If you're new to Strong Opinion Sports, you can subscribe to it on iTunes, SoundCloud, on YouTube. You can find the full entire hour-long podcast on YouTube, or you can find more shorter breakout videos like the one you just watched. And if you like what I had to say, maybe you hate what I had to say, share this with your friends. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about the show. My name is Zach Schaumler. Have a great day.